Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game. Welcome back to Changeling, and we are right back at the beginning of Changeling, actually, in Chapter 1 of Corbin's Route. And this is bad ending number 3. So, Spencer. This time, we are going to say everything is normal to start things off. I'm not pretending. Everything is perfectly normal. Stop being such a creep and just worry about yourself for a change. People say weird things about that club. But then, you probably already knew that. People say weird things about both of us as well. But then, you probably already knew that. Every time I go by that club, it's empty. Every time. Even during club hours. Why are you going to the club during club hours? They'd said the spell would keep him from noticing anything strange, but clearly that hadn't worked out since he'd, well, noticed something strange. And it was just never good when your brother resorted to stalking you around trying to spy on you. I was just curious. You know, for all that you try to act like something is wrong with me, you're the one starting to act unhinged, Spencer. I don't need you checking up on me. He gripped my upper arm tight enough to elicit a wince. I'm not checking up on you because I think you need it. And I'm not unhinged. Shouldn't have said that. It's a paranormal mysteries club. It would be weirder if there weren't any rumors about it. Allie drove up just in the nick of time and tapped her horn. It gave me the opportunity to pull away from Spencer. Alright. Bye, bro. Okay, I think we have a few options that we've done already in a row. So, let's see. Yeah, nope, quietly away. We've done that already. And look bad from that angle. These are options I need to pick, apparently, so I'm following this to the letter of the law. I'm not tiny. Take it back. I'm walking to class alone. I need to say just family stuff. We've done this before. Do not defend the club. Forget it. Run into Spencer again. Sweet William. And I think... Yes, I was thinking about spending time reading. What next? Yeah. Did that already. I'm so happy about that skip button. It works so good. Stomp on his foot again. No elbows for you just yet. Tease him about being a bad brother. Boof. Let's see. Ask about the true forms of the Ori. Did that already. Why would you care? What's next? I'll think about it. I think I have to do It's My Mind. Double checking. Yep. And then you scared me. What's next? What are you doing in my room? Why would you worry about a dream? Smack. What's next? Going on a walk is hardly a date. Maybe it's you. Boof. Alright, our cat Chi. I don't know. Allie, I just don't know. Loving things. I don't think there's a need for it. Lots of old stuff. Ugh, nope. Just all the nope. I do not like him again. Ouch. Still doesn't hurt any less. Really, Corbin? Say nothing again. I think we stay. Yes. We're staying and we're gonna fight in the woods. Make sure we don't die horribly. Okay. What's next? Smack him with a pillow. And I don't think we've done humph yet. Not yet. Huh.
Does that mean you really are mad?
I am definitely mad. Incredibly mad.
Really? I'm sorry. I just thought you'd want clean...
I instantly covered his mouth with my hand. Well then, if you two are finished with your weird flirting... We are not flirting. Yeah, sure. Anyway, maybe for now we should get you changed. You can't go anywhere like that. Well, you have a point. Weird flirting or no? I haven't done this one yet either. Hi?
Kind of you to join us again.
Sorry for keeping you waiting? He sounded angry. Velos raised an eyebrow and motioned me to a chair. Oh dear, I had a feeling I was in for a lecture too. Sit?
Please.
I swallowed nervously as I did as told. Okay, are we back? Yes. Sit? Hello? Can I touch him? Hi, Finn. And I'll be fine without you. Hold on. Let's see. Yes, so just getting advice from Brenna. I understand. And glad you finally gave it up. Ah. This is important. This is what I didn't do last time. I had to get out of there. I'd end up hurt again. I'd cause trouble for everyone. Again. The only option was to get away and get help. I scrambled backwards toward the door and burst out into the hall. I ran headlong into someone and grabbed their arm, pulling them away from the bathroom. What are you doing? I had expected it to be her, of course, but it was still annoying. There was no time to argue. I dragged Kara down the hall without giving an answer. Let go of me! Shut up and run! Kara tried to wrench her arm away, but I didn't stop until we reached the stairwell. I stopped at the bottom of the stairs, panting slightly as I craned my neck to see if we were being followed. Kara yanked her arm out of my grasp and rubbed her wrist. What is the matter with you? Why are you always acting like such a freak? Tradition. What does that even mean? And why were you spying on me? Did you think I wouldn't notice? I wasn't spying. I heard someone playing as I passed by. I saw it was you, and I left since I knew you'd act like I just ate your puppy if you saw me. She glared at me, and I just looked back, trying to steady my nerves. You are so creepy these days. I'm not creepy. And here I was thinking I'd like to tell you how much you've improved. Kara didn't seem to expect that. She seemed momentarily flustered before going back to being sullen. I haven't improved at all. You have, though. I haven't played in front of a single audience since that night. Allie had told me that. But why not? Your playing is... I can't! I was startled by the sudden rise in her tone. She suddenly advanced on me, and I took a step back, stumbling over the step behind me. I can't! No one showed up that night. Almost no one. I was nervous, and I screwed up the first piece I played. I ran off the stage in tears, and do you know who comforted me? No one! Because everyone was busy worrying about you. My mom ranted for days about what a disappointment the whole thing was. It was horrible, and neither of my best friends were anywhere to be seen. I glanced down the hall, hoping that the Ori didn't decide to make an appearance. It wasn't like we'd gone that far. I'm glad someone's still thinking about that. Not that I didn't want to air things out with Kara, but I really needed to ditch her and go find help. That was definitely something I couldn't allow to wander around the school. Are you even listening to me? I'm sorry. Yes, I'm listening. Look, I don't even remember what all happened back then. I just know I didn't mean for any of that to happen to you. I especially never wanted people to get hurt because of me. Kara scoffed and backed off me. Well, what you wanted doesn't mean much, does it? I was hurt by it. Even your brother was hurt by it. You're a miserable excuse for a friend, and you'll never understand. I won't. I'll never understand why you've spent the last 5 years hating me for something I didn't do intentionally, or understand why you didn't just have another concert. She clenched her fists and leaned in, yelling in my face. You think I didn't try? Do you think my mom would let me give up? Even if I wanted to? Even if I was too scared to try again? Do you think she would listen? She passed a hand over her face, looking like she was on the verge of tears. She just always screamed. Do you know how much pressure I was under back then? One little mistake, I'd hear about it for weeks. What a disappointment it was. What a disappointment I was. I hated it. I hated you. Her. All of it. I just wanted to hear her say I did something right. Once. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. Sorry doesn't give back anything. Sorry doesn't fix this. You're not a disappointment, you know. No matter what she... Shut up! I slipped past her, stomach fluttering anxiously. Listen, I'm sorry about being the catalyst for all this. I don't think you should give up on playing, though. You are really good. And everyone messes up sometimes. That's not... My mother is the one that finally made me stop. My mother is the one who canceled the concert when I told her I needed more time. My mother is the one who finally told my teacher I was quitting. Can you imagine what it's like when the person who pushed you nonstop for years finally just gives up on you? What? We were interrupted by the sound of footsteps thundering down the stairs. Corbin, thankfully. I sighed with relief when his blonde hair came into view. I was so glad he seemed to be able to sense those stupid things.
Nora?
Girls' bathroom! Hurry! He leaped down the last flight of stairs and barreled down the hall. I started after him, but didn't get far. Kara grabbed my arm tightly, glaring down at me. What's going on between you and Corbin lately? It's not your concern, just club stuff. I heard a rumor you two were dating. She practically spat the word at me. We're not. I yanked my arm out of her grasp. And even if we are, it's not your business, is it? I started off down the hall after Corbin, hoping he was okay. That Ori had managed to give him the slip for a while now. Hopefully it hadn't absorbed too much miasma. So you're just going to come back and take something else away from me, then? He's not yours to begin with, girl. He's not an object. I can't take him away like he's a toy. Stop following me. No, I want to know what you two are up to. A loud bang came from the bathroom, followed by several more. We just ended up back here anyway. Okay, great. I bolted down and pushed the door open. Kara was right behind me. Oh my god! Corbin! He was crumpled near one of the stalls, wheezing slightly. There were black stains on the floor, all of which were fizzling slightly and letting off a foul odor. Miasma? I rushed to Corvin's side while Kara stood helpfully in the door, gaping at the scene before her. Corvin? Corvin!
Ugh. Too loud.
Thank God. Are you okay? There was a strange purple bruise slowly spreading over his cheek. I tried to turn his head to get a better look at it, but he reached up and took my hand, giving me a slight smile.
I'm fine. The stupid thing got away again.
He coughed and struggled to sit up. That bruise?
It's nothing. It's fine. It'll go away on its...
It's not nothing. Stop trying to hide it from me. What happened in here? He trailed off when he saw Kara in the door staring at us. She followed me. Sorry.
It's okay. I did put up a barrier, but there's no way it would keep her out.
I wondered if that was because it was her Ori he was dealing with. Corbin struggled to his feet and I helped him stand. What's going on? She was glaring at the way he had one arm around my shoulders. He needs help to stand, girl. But I was more worried about him in that moment. Corbin, what? He pointed 2 fingers at her.
Nora, catch her.
Huh?
Hypnos.
When she started to go down, I made a mad dash for her and barely managed to make it in time. We still nearly hit the floor as I staggered under her weight, trying to keep us both upright. Not that she was huge or anything. She was just a fair bit taller than me, like everyone else. And I wasn't exactly known for my upper body strength. Now what?
We take her to the nurse so she can sleep it off. He'll make sure she doesn't remember anything.
Okay, I'll do that. You go take care of that injury.
It's not...
I know what it is. It's a miasma injury, right? I stopped and looked at him, sighing as I realized that he had other injuries on his face and hands as well. Corvin, what are those other things from? He looked terrible now that I got a decent look at him.
Oh. Would you believe I fell down the stairs again?
I knew that was a lie. Oh, we got different options this time around. Huh. Cool. Okay, what do I have to do for this then? Accept his lie without questioning it. Okay. That was the most obvious lie I'd heard, though I didn't think even Corbin really expected me to believe it. I didn't know why he was still trying to hide where his injuries were coming from. He had to know that I knew better. He knew my secrets, but he was still trying to hide his. And considering what I already knew about him, it made me wonder just what he was so keen on hiding in the first place. What more could there even be? The fact that he couldn't trust me with it just hurt.
Nora?
I looked into his eyes and sighed inwardly. What could I do but just laugh it off, especially if he wasn't going to tell me anyway? Must have been a rough trip down.
Yeah. I was thinking of telling the others we should install carpet.
Aw, winky face from Nora. It's the first time I've seen that. I'm sad it's in this moment, though. It's a cute face. Yeah, since you fall down the stairs so much, and run into doors, and everything else, you might want to just get a suit made out of bubble wrap.
Yeah.
I think he caught on to the ultra sarcasm. Even I could hear the acid in my voice. I grimaced. I didn't want to fight with him. Just go check in with Velos. I'll take Kara to the nurse. You should probably go find the Ori, too.
It'll be back. It's been pretty intent on stalking you since you got here, so...
So now I'm bait.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, it is. You don't have to go find it because it'll be back for me. That's using me for bait. It's not like it's even the first time, is it? That day you took me out of class with you was the same thing.
No! No. That's not it.
You don't sound too sure about that.
I've been trying to figure out why it's stalking you in the first place. Origes usually go after their host. They don't randomly attack other people.
And that justifies not telling me anything this whole time?
Are you mad at me?
Yes! Yes, I'm mad at you right now. If my arms weren't full of an unconscious person, I would strangle you.
Does that mean if I try to take her, I'm going to get hurt?
Yes.
But we really should take her to the nurse's office to sleep off that spell.
Yeah, before someone finds us like this and thinks we attacked her, since we already know how that scenario ends.
Well, I did put up a barrier to keep others out.
Kara and I got through it pretty easily.
It only works on normal people, and Kara's connection to the Ori probably is what allowed her through it.
Corbin sidled next to me, trying to ease Kara into his arms, but I didn't let her go. You need to have Velos look at your injuries, especially that black mark on your face.
I can help.
No, you can't. I'll do it. I don't always need your help.
No, but that won't stop me from helping.
He pulled Kara closer and lifted her into his arms princess style. My eye twitched slightly at the sight of him holding her like that. Oh my goodness. You and Kara need help. The jealousy is crazy.
I'll see you later.
He strolled off with Kara and I watched, feeling empty. Why doesn't he trust me after all this time? He forced his help on me, but wouldn't let me help him. I hated it. Whew. The smacks. Alright, this is our last choice for this ending. And it's 4 drops this time around, so not 3. Let's see what happens with 4. You've made your choice? I nodded. 4. Open up! What? Come on, you won't do it properly, so open up and let me do it. Ugh. Fine. I awkwardly opened my mouth and tipped my head back slightly. I feel stupid. Brenna held the vial over my head and I felt the first bitter drop hit my tongue. 1 for sorrow. She did the next 2 in rapid succession as I tried to ignore her cryptic remarks. Or maybe it's a spell. 2 for strife. 3 for death. 4 for life. She stopped there and I looked at her curiously, wiping my mouth. Ewan's face. Now what? Brenna shrugged. You get to live. For now. For now? What does that mean? It means you live for now. Everyone dies sometime, and you don't have to die right now. Lucky you. But did it... I mean, nothing changed. You didn't choose a number that brings change. So that's it. Nothing happens. Nope. Do I get to try again? Ewan caught me by the shoulder.
You get to walk away with your life. You might not want to tempt fate further.
But I need to know how to break this contract. I don't have time for fairy games. Frustrated, I huffed a sigh. What a waste of time. Brenna didn't seem to care at all. I suppose that if it didn't work, we'd just have to try an alternate plan. That was still frustrating, though, and it meant I was going to have to rely on the others to find a solution, or more fruitless research. Then I guess I should at least be grateful I didn't die. Brenna tipped her head to the side. Can you... Never mind. I didn't think she was going to give me anything else. What I really wanted to know was... Would I really have died if I chose the wrong number? That was scary. Oops. Bang! Elbow on the table. Yes, you would have. Spoiler. I could see why Ewan was a bit leery of the whole thing. Brenna retreated back to the club, leaving me to lean against one of the tables. Ewan joined me, frowning slightly. Slide?
It was really stupid of you to drink that, I hope you know.
Yeah, well, my options are pretty limited. I'm stuck in this stupid body with a fae that's trying to run me off to Fairy to be breeding stock. What am I supposed to do? Nothing?
Whoa, calm down. I have no clue what you're talking about, so maybe you can stop yelling about it?
I'm sorry. I'm just a little on edge. Finding out you've been kidnapped and soul-swapped and have some stupid fairy contract you don't know how to break kinda does that to a girl. Not to mention being stalked by Kara's stupid dream.
Changeling, huh?
Yeah.
I can try to talk to my dad and see what he knows. He hasn't been a part of Fae Society for a long time, and that was never his, thing. So I can't promise much. He might know something.
I'd appreciate it, but not if he's going to make me drink something that might kill me.
He won't. He's lived with humans for a long time. He's not like that anymore. And I'm pretty sure my mom would strangle him if he killed someone.
An appropriate response. He gave me a dry smile. Oh no, Ewan's making plays again. I'm already like, I want to meet your mom and dad. I apparently don't have a lot of time left to get this solved, so...
I'll talk to him tonight.
Thanks. And this is why we should have talked to Ewan from the beginning. Because he's a sweetheart. He's not going to just force fairy draft down your throat. Good grief. Now what? I had to wait for Ewan to talk to his dad and hope for an answer? I didn't know that I had another option. Not unless something from the murder panned out and they learned more about how the contract was initiated to begin with. I rolled to my back and stared up at the ceiling. Once I got this changeling thing sorted out, I needed to talk to Corvin. A long, long talk. There were so many things I needed to ask. I just hoped that he finally caught Karazorai. I really hoped he was going to be okay. Spencer came to pick me up, like promised, and I went straight upstairs when I got home. Okay. Not so much, actually. Asking her was kind of a dead end. Ewan is talking to his dad. I'm sorry. Well, could have been worse. Cora's worried about you, by the way. I know. Alright. Spencer left to go wait for the delivery guy, and I figured I'd just eat in my room. With Brenna a complete bust as far as getting actual legitimate help, I wanted to just read more. Does that mean we... Okay, so he didn't ask us to talk today. That's interesting. Books were useless, but I couldn't sit around and do nothing. I'd go crazy. Merle was searching for some other way to separate me and Rule, and Ewan was going to talk to his dad. But everything I'd tried was just a bust. Even so, I wondered if I could maybe figure out what was in that potion of hers. It might be some obscure method for releasing a changeling. I read by myself until the doorbell heralded the arrival of dinner. Oh! Oh! Chapter 9. When Everything Crumbles. Before I settled into my room for the night, I remembered to sprinkle the St. John's wort across my door, just in case my roommate was getting antsy and tried to make off with my soul again. I wasn't sure how aware she was when I was in control. It was possible she had no awareness at all, given that she'd never used Allie's potion to nullify the barrier and escape. Good point. That indicated that she either didn't know I had it or didn't know where I kept it. But I didn't want to make assumptions, and if she knew we were trying to undermine everything she was trying to accomplish, she might get desperate. I'd kind of planned to pull an all-nighter reading about changelings, but I grew frustrated when I couldn't find anything useful. There was nothing. Nothing about the potion, nothing about other ways to break the contract. Not unless I wanted to throw myself in the fireplace to get my body back. And I didn't think boiling water in eggshells was going to work for me. I laid back against the pillow and closed my eyes. It was going to be a long night for sure. I woke up suddenly. My room was dark, though I didn't recall turning off the light before I fell asleep. So hot. My chest was heavy, like something was sitting on my rib cage, pressing me down. I couldn't breathe. Something was covering my face. I lifted my hands to sleepily fend off whatever was pushing down on me, and suddenly the realization hit me. I'm like, oh no, is this when Spencer tries to get his sister back? That's why he didn't talk to us. He's like, tonight's the night. Oh no. There was a pillow pressing over my face, and I could hear a muffled voice beyond the darkness. Oh no. Oh god, that's horrible. Is this real life? Oh no.
Who are you? Tell me who you are. Give my sister back!
I fought violently against him, screaming against the pillow as I tried to push it off my face.
Spencer! Give her back!
I bucked him off me and tried to scramble away. He tackled me before we got far, and we both fell off the side of the bed. I hit the floor hard, and his hands were around my throat before I could fight him off. I clawed at him, trying to push him off, letting out a choked scream. Spencer had a terrifying smile on his face as he held me down. You are not supposed to enjoy this.
Do you think if you go back to looking like her, it'll help?
Or did she change in front of him? Oh no. I struggled, trying to wriggle from under him or throw him off, but he was far stronger than I was, and he had me pinned.
It all makes sense now. I've been trying to work it out for 5 years, but it wasn't until we came back here that you finally started to mess up. You're not Nora. You're not even human, are you?
Spencer! Stop! I tried to gasp out an answer, but his hands just tightened. I gagged and dug my nails into his hands, trying to loosen his grip. He leaned down, putting his face near mine.
I saw your paintings. I saw the book. I saw that journal. Did you think I wouldn't be able to read it anymore?
Spencer! If you've read it, you know. My body.
I read enough to know what you are, and how to make you leave. Changeling.
No! Spencer! I tried to gasp for air so I could explain. I had to tell him the whole story.
I even saw you on Halloween when you changed again.
Again? His voice was suddenly choked with sobs as he squeezed tighter and pushed hard against the floor. Spencer!
I saw you change, just like you did 5 years ago. And you were surrounded by those monsters just like you were then.
Spencer! Please!
But it's fine, right? If you die here, Nora will come back.
No! No! We just needed to wait a little longer. I'm... He was sobbing frantically, tightening his grip. I clawed at his hands, kicking my feet weakly as darkness closed in. I can explain. Please. Spencer, it's me. It's me.
Just die!
No. I couldn't die. No.
Please, give her back.
I heard him sobbing as everything faded completely. Spencer. If I must die, I will encounter darkness as a bride and hug it in mine arms. Oh my god, he actually went through with it. Oh no. But I have so many questions about that. Does that mean both Rule and Nora die? Because that's all mythos, right? So it didn't mean that was necessarily going to work. Oh. Oh, man. I do feel bad. As horrible as it is. I feel bad that the desperation to get his sister back for 5 years drove him to actually kill her. Oh, man. Oh. That was the worst out of all of these so far. Poor Spencer. Poor Nora. Oy. It's interesting that in this reality, he didn't read enough of the journal to get him to talk to her about it. Instead, it's very, very quite fascinating, really. Wow. Well, I guess I should check and see did I get the ending number 3. Yes, to break the contract. Okay, well, success! Yay! Thanks for joining me for that, guys. I will see you for bad ending number 4.